There you go, Trace. Have a good weekend.
Thank you. Appreciate that very much, Randy. All right. In the kitchen, representing Stone Creek Dining Company, Casey Frank, Regional Executive Chef with Cunningham Restaurant Group. Thanks for taking the time. I know it's not always easy.
It's
you guys,
my pleasure.
Especially since you guys are always changing. You guys don't stay very stagnant for very long when it comes to menus.
With as many menus as we have in the company, it's almost a weekly process to keep up with the changes that we've got going on.
And then your owner just decides to open more.
Oh, of course we do. We're always looking to expand.
That's awesome. All right. So if you missed the first segment, it will be online later today. But you pounded the chicken.
We pounded the chicken, and we've got it breaded here.
And that was a flour,
so it was a chicken,
and Parmesan.
Flour, panko, Parmesan, a little bit of oregano, and some onion salt in there.
Okay.
And then, so we kind of pan-fried that, and so something that people don't always think about for a dinner party is that some of these things that you could do ahead of time. So this is something that you could go into a dinner party with already have done earlier in the day.
Okay.
And you could finish so that it tastes fresher and it tastes great. And everybody's like, it only took you 5 minutes, and you're like, yeah, well,
you did the right amount
I
of
finished
prep.
it at the end.
That makes sense.
So I've got our chicken here. I'm actually going to finish it with a little bit of our house marinara. And I'm going to drop a piece of Parmesan on top. And while we're working on our spaghetti, we are going to throw these in the oven.
Okay.
So let me walk on over here. Let those melt in the oven for us.
And then you mentioned earlier that the dish actually started with eggplant.
So the dish originally started with eggplant, just like you kind of layer it in like lasagna, and you get your sauce and your eggplant layers of the pan-fried eggplant.
And someday somebody went, I want some meat.
I want some chicken on there.
All right.
So we're going to go ahead at this point, and we're going to kind of finish our bucatini noodle. So bucatini is, like we talked about, it's a little bit larger than a spaghetti.
Right.
It's got a little hole down the middle of it. So buco, I did some more research, and buco actually means hole in Italian.
Oh, all right. Okay.
And, you know, I don't know if this is true or not, but all the spaghettis end in tini or spaghetti, or so something that's got to mean pasta, you know?
Yes, probably. Yeah, I would think so. Do the different shapes lend themselves to different purposes, right?
They do. So, you know, depending on what it is, it's going to kind of hold things so that you can really have the sauce go inside the pasta, or a little bit denser, chewier pasta, just depending on what the dish is that you're working with.
It's not like there's a hole. It's not like you could breathe through it or anything, but there's a hole. Okay. All right. I'm convinced.
So, yeah, I had it working for me earlier. I get this one on over here.
Uh-oh. There you go.
So now we're going to work on our pan sauce. So I'm going to toast some garlic, and then we're going to call this a rosa cream sauce. So that's just going to be kind of, I think it's a little bit redundant to say that, but a rosa sauce really, because rosa essentially is pink, and so it's a tomato sauce that's kind of finished with cream, giving it that pinkish color. So we're going to kind of get our sauce in the pan, and so we're going to work. I had a little bit of garlic. I'm going to get our marinara sauce in there as this starts to heat up, and then we're going to finish it. We actually use, we make a little bit thickened cream stock is what we use at the restaurant. So that's seasoned. We take heavy cream, we add a couple of seasonings to it, and then we thicken it with the cornstarch, and that kind of gives us a base to build our sauces with. So I'm going to add a little bit of that to our tomato sauce, as well as a little bit of stock that I have here. And as you see, as that comes together, it's going to kind of form your pinkish color. That would be your rosa. And so as that comes together, we are going to add our pasta in there. Thank you, sous chef.
That's the most useful thing I've done all week, was slide a container to you for 2 feet.
So if you notice here, my pasta was already pre-cooked. So that's another thing that you could be doing ahead of time. So we're just going to go ahead and warm it right up in the pasta sauce, and that way it'll finish easier during your dinner party that you're enjoying with your friends. And it just still comes out fresh. You just want to kind of cook the pasta. You can leave it a little bit al dente, and then bring it up in the sauce in the pan.
What other things are coming to the Stone Creek menu?
So we've got a couple of different ideas. You know, I don't want to disclose too many of them. One thing that I am playing with is some chicken wings for the appetizer section. Just a nice traditional buffalo and blue cheese style.
Hard to go wrong with classics.
Definitely. And then as far as entrees go, we're playing with kind of moving our steaks around a little bit and working on some new toppings for them, bringing back some favorites. Our horseradish crusted sirloin has always been a favorite. So we're probably going to bring that back on the menu as we did kind of pull it off for a little while.
So my wife gets stuck on a certain dish at Boulder Creek.
And that's-
she's stuck on the crusted steak at Stone Creek.
Exactly,
Yeah, she
and
loves that thing.
it's hard to change your mind once you go there,
Yeah,
and you're so used
exactly.
to getting such a great dish.
All right, we're going to have you plate it up, and we're going to be able to show it at the end. Okay?
Sounds great.
StoneCreekDining.com, CRGDining.com, IndieStyle.tv. Amber?
Perfect Valentine's Day.
Yes,
place,
right.
perhaps, which made me think of that labor shirt says love. Katie's here from Indie with Kids with what you can do with your family on President's Day off. Got to keep those kids busy when Indie Style continues.